I'm just gonna make sure that we're actually filming, and yes, we are. Hello, everyone. Last time when I filmed, I realized that you can't see my bed, so I didn't make it this time. I usually don't. Today, it's time for another book review, and we are reviewing Cassandra Clares' Clockwork Princess. It's the last book in the Infernal device series. So, this is a spoiler warning. If you haven't read the first and the second book, you should do that before seeing this video, because I'm gonna spoil it. It's gonna spoil a few things that happens in the second book. Have you read that one? Have you read this? Well, you just have to read this before seeing it. But yeah, you've been warned. Just to get a feeling of the world, I'm just going to do a small mention about how it looks. Our world is constantly attacked by demons that live in other dimensions and other worlds. The demons are among us has created 4 half-breeds. I think they're called underworlders, but I'm not entirely sure. And as I said, there are 4 of them. There's warlock, fairies, vampires, and werewolves. There is also shadow hunters. Shadow hunters are humans with a little bit of the angel blood in them. The angel blood makes it possible for them to use angelic runes on their body, kind of like big black tattoos that fades when they've been used. Most of them. Some of them last until you die. The runes, however, makes the shadow hunters stronger, heal faster, being able to understand every language. There's room for a lot of things. This particular series takes place in the 19th century. Ha! I said it on the first try. The main characters are... There's Tessa. She's said to be a warlock, but she's not like any other warlock. There's also Will and Jem, who are shadow hunters. And there are a few other shadow hunters that I'm not going to mention by name, because I see them more as bi-roles. Jem is also kind of a bi-role. That's at least my opinion, but hey. He's rather important in this one, so yeah, let's mention him as main characters. The other shadow hunters that are important bi-roles, they live in the Institute. There's also Magnus Bane, who doesn't have that big of a role in this book, but he's my favorite character, so I'm gonna mention him anyway. Now, a few mentions about the last book. It ended with us finding out that Will is not cursed. He can actually love people without them getting hurt. And Tessa's brother dies. He gets killed in a big fight with an automaton. Tessa and Jem is engaged. Yeah. And oh yeah, Mortmains threatens to buy up all the Jin Feng, which isn't good for Jem because that's a drug he need to take to be able to stay alive. Yeah. Now when we have all of this behind us, let's just dive into this book. And well, Will and Tessa has this weird relationship in this one. Let's make a chart of this. As you see, let's see here. There, you should be able to see it there. So Will is in love with Tessa. Here, let's do a heart. So, and he told her about this. Tessa, on the other hand, said to Will that she did not love him. What she doesn't mention is that she's actually in love with Will. Which means there is weird tension between them throughout the entire book. Because the reason why Tessa didn't tell Will that she loves him is because she thinks it will hurt him more if he knows. Yeah. And says Will and Jem are the best pals in the entire world. Will doesn't want to tell Jem anything about this because he respects Jem's love for Tessa. There is also right here Tessa doesn't only love Will, she is also in love with Jem, and they are engaged. So it's a big love. She actually did a ring here, so we know that they are engaged. There's a ring. Oh yeah, it's in gold. Because all engagement rings are. Obviously. So, big tension here. Jem doesn't know crap. And after a while, Will and Tessa at least managed to work out this weird kind of friendship, and I think this part just got real long just because I drew this chart with, but I thought it was easier. It's rather complicated to explain, and there was a lot of words. As Mortmain threatened with, he actually bought up all the Ying Feng, which causes quite a big problem. A bigger problem than you might have expected when you start reading the book, and I'm not going to tell you why. The Lightwood brothers have a bigger role in this book, mainly because, well, no, I'm not gonna say it like that. You might remember that the older brother, I mix up the names, but he moved into the Institute in the end of the last book, Clockwork Princess, and he's still there. Will's sister is also a big part in this book, and she wants Will to come home to Wales, I think it is, and Will wants her to go home and not being a shadow hunter because he's afraid that she will die. What a great brother. I'm also gonna say that before I read Clockwork Princess, I had to read a recap about Clockwork Prince because I didn't remember crap about how it ended. So I started reading the first page and was like, this happened? Where in the hell are we? Why is this happening? I do not understand. So I read a recap on Wiki. That helped. I think I need to reread this entire series. Anyhow, up through this entire book, there's this one thing that I find freakishly annoying, and that is the fact that no one is talking to each other. They're like horses, with those black kind of things that makes it impossible for them to see on their sides. They make the characters in this book make decisions based on the pre-assumptions about how other people think and feel and what will be best for the others, without talking to them. For relationships to work, you need to talk, okay? That's one of the most basic things in a relationship. You need to talk to each other, and they don't, and it's so freakishly bothersome. It's bothering me like hell. The story though is good. There are some big fights and violence, like in all the Shadowhunter books. There's love, both simple and easy, and hard and messy, obviously. You saw the chart. This book has the same fast pace as all the Shadowhunter books, and as you know, I think Cassandra Clare writes very well, and even this book is written very, very well. There's quite a lot of relationships and drama, and you're happy, and there's humor, and then it's sad, and it's just great. Even though this book is good, it's not my favorite. This entire series is not my favorite. I prefer the first 3 books in the what's it called? Mortal Instrument series. Those are my favorite Cassandra Clare books. But I'm very, very excited for the Magnus Bane book. I haven't read that yet. And I'm also very excited for the next Shadowhunter series that Cassandra Clare is writing. If you don't know about this, you should go over and watch my author special on Cassandra Clare, and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Another thing that is bothering me, and the reason why I don't like this series very much, is because it takes place in the 19th century. 19th century. That is so really hard to say. And that is because men should behave in a certain way and ladies should behave in a certain way. And in relationships they should most definitely behave in a certain way. And women can't do that. And men just have to do this because women can't make decisions. And that's quite big in this book and in the entire series, and I find it annoying. So that's why I kind of don't like it. But as I said, it's still a good book, and if you have read the other ones, and if you want to, if you like the world and everything, you should most definitely read this book and the first two, because you can't just read Clockwork Princess. If you jump in the third book, you will have no freaking clue what you're reading about. And yeah, do I recommend it? Yeah, most definitely. Even if it's not my favorite, it's still a very, very good book. So read it, for God's sake, if you haven't. That's actually everything I had to say about it. Next time we are doing spoilers. That will be fun. That's a new thing I've been talking about. And yeah, that's it. Have a good time until next time, and I will see you soon. Bye.